EMS added new EMTs to its ranks today, but as Sabrina Wilson reports, the city agency is still battling a staffing shortage.
Medical emergencies happen around the clock.
Every 7 minutes, someone calls for EMS in the city of New Orleans.
And at Gellier Hall,
Do hereby solemnly swear as an employee of New Orleans EMS that I will do my best to conserve life, alleviate suffering.
New Orleans Emergency Medical Services expanded its ranks.
As first responders, you're on the front lines of our public health and our public safety. As we all know, you're not just ambulance drivers. You are doctors in the back of those ambulances.
Laura Herberman, an EMT.
The graduation ceremony made it official.
We have 8 new EMT and paramedic graduates. We're very excited to add them to our team. We also promoted 3 of our current employees who have been working really hard to advance their careers.
71.
New Orleans EMS has had staffing shortages for years.
Right now we're functioning with about 70% of full staffing. That's been pretty consistent since COVID and other issues over the last few years with turnover. We have approximately 132 paramedics and EMTs. Residents
and visitors complain about response times.
Our most critical calls, those are the life-threatening illnesses and injuries. Our response time has been pretty much under 12 minutes. It's those lower acuity calls that have, I've fallen or I have a cough and cold. Those lower acuity calls, it's taking us longer to respond to, and that's really what we want to make sure we're able to get to those calls sooner.
Dr. Meg Marino is the city's EMS director.
Right now, many of our people are leaving for medical school or nursing school. I write my letters of recommendation with a heavy heart because I know that they're moving on to bigger and better things, but we miss them.
New Orleans EMTs work 12-hour shifts. Starting pay is over $50,000.
We generally will have 13 trucks going at a time and 2 people on each truck. So it's day to day. We are able to supplement the needs with our contract with Acadian Ambulance. Starting pay is $55,000 a year for a paramedic.
In addition to new graduates, the city says for the first time in New Orleans EMS history, the department has reservists.
So we have 4 reservists. They can function as an employee. They volunteer their time.
New Orleans EMS says it provides pre-hospital emergency medical care to almost 50,000 patients and responds to more than 69,000 calls for service a year. Meg.